Alright people, what's happening? Big Ed here. Doing a video. I don't know how long it's going to be. But I've taken a Dirty Girl, which is my 83 Harley Electric Glide flht shovel head. I took her out for a couple rides now. Only the first time was like about 4 or 5 miles, and then yesterday about 7 to 10 miles, because I'm trying to get the feel for her and then see what all issues, I want to check for any issues. And got an oil leak there, so I got to trace that down, figure out where it's coming from. And then underneath, I already wiped it up, but there was another spot about yay big that was transmission fluid. So I got to trace those down. The clutch is working pretty good. Most of the time I can get it into neutral. If I'm on an angle, I noticed it's a little bit harder to get it in neutral. When I was parked in the yard out there, kind of pointing uphill, I had a hard time getting it into neutral. So still a little bit of tweaking. I want to try some different friction discs. Spark plugs. I made a few adjustments on the carburetor. I pulled the plugs out after the ride yesterday, and they were a little bit black and sooty, which I think she's running rich. They were dry, they wasn't wet. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that means that it's running rich. With my luck, there'll probably be something else. But anyways, I haven't rode it since I did those adjustments. Some of y'all people have been doing comments about this lever right here for the clutch, saying I need to adjust it. There's no way to really adjust it. It's stationary. It sits onto a square peg. That is square, so it locks into that position. You can't turn that rod in like that or turn it out like that. You could if you lift this up, but then it's going to be pointing like that, and that wouldn't work, or be pointing like that. This is the only logical position that it can be in. Because like I said, you can't turn it in or you can't turn it that way. So on that, just so y'all know, that's all the adjusting I can do on that. Now I know some people probably say, why do you go through all this frustration of working on these older bikes? I like trying to revive something and get it back out on the road. Plus, when you're riding an older bike, there's a feeling that you get that it's not the same on it. Well, I've never really had a newer bike, so I really can't compare it, but it's such a good feeling when you work on a bike and then you ride it. Even though I only rode this bike like 7 to 10 miles, 15 miles total, it's still fun. I mean, it's just nice knowing that you worked on it. It was not road worthy. It's still not quite up to road worthy yet, but it's nice to get her out on the road and let her see the sunlight. But I do plan on getting me a new bike at the beginning of next year. Probably right before, probably January or February. I could go out right now and get one. I could get a brand spanking new bike if I wanted. I don't want a brand spanking new bike. I'm going to be looking in $6,000 to $8,000 range. Probably, I'm trying to decide if I want an Evo or a twin cam. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all prefer and why. And I'll do a little poll. See how many people say Evo and how many people say twin cam. Because I'm back and forth on whether I want a twin cam or an Evo. The twin cams scare me because of the cam chain tensioner. Because I've heard there's horror stories about people grenading their bikes. But then you got the Evo. You got that cam bearing, which I replaced on Gypsy when I first got Gypsy, my 93 Electric Glide. I didn't do that plastic breather valve in the cam chest there, which I'm hearing now that you need to replace that also because it's made out of plastic. But Gypsy's still down. If y'all remember, about a month and a half ago, I snapped a belt over there by bar over there in Samsula. I can't even think of the damn name of it right now. Damn old timers is kicking in. Oh, the Cabbage Patch. But yeah, I was at the intersection of Cabbage Patch and went to take off, and the belt snapped. So I got the belt replaced, and I was putting everything back together, and I went to put the exhaust on. I got a dual exhaust I was going to put on there, and the bolt stripped. So I had ordered the new studs and nuts, because you can see how bad that's stripped out. And I have tried everything to get this damn stud out. I pre-soaked it a day and a half before I attempted with a PB Blaster. I put the double nuts on. It did have a few threads on there. I was able to get these nuts on there, but it stripped out even more. I give it a little tap and then kept soaking it. And whenever I had the double nuts on there, I heated up the area, and it still would not come off. I've tried vice grips and heating it again, and I'm not even trying that one because this stud right here is in the way to try to get that one off, because I can't get the right angle with my wrench. And so that's the reason why Gypsy's down. I have another set of heads that are ported. They were on there when I first put Gypsy back together, because when I got Gypsy, she ran, but she was in real bad shape. I put a new top end on her and what have you. So I've been having issues with heads. So the ported heads that I've got, I got to put new valve seals on. And they're oversized, and I don't know what the size is. I'm calling up a company tomorrow to see if I can get some help from them on getting the right valve seals. So Gypsy's down for a while. Chop Suey, she coming along a little bit at a time. Problem with Chop Suey is I can't weld, like I've said in previous videos, so it's hard to mock up stuff. But I'm almost done getting everything mocked up. Then I'll have to get a welder to come in, a mobile welder to come weld up the battery box and everything. Like I said, I've got to get everything fabricated and where it's going to go and what have you. And then I'm going to call a welder to have everything done. I can't do the welding because my pacemaker. So yeah, right now I'm getting ready to cut the video. Just wanted to show y'all what's going on and what I've been trying and things that still have to be done. Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it, and just, you know, I get the urge to just sell all the bikes and start out fresh and get a new fancy bike and what have you, but I don't know, I like the older bikes. I may end up having to get me a fancier bike down the road here, because I'm not getting any younger. I'll be 60 in December, and I want to get some riding time in before I die, or before I can't ride anymore. And with these older bikes, they just constantly breaking down. Anyways, peace out, people.